Part 10 of our 10-part series on everything you need to know about smoke alarm upgrades before you do it. And this one, I'm just going to call various because there's a couple of things I need to cover here. And the first one is, what are you allowed to do yourself? You are actually allowed to install the 10-year wireless battery-powered ones yourself. The big issue is if anything happened. You would be standing in coroner's court. The judge would say, are you a competent person according to the legislation? And those requirements are that you have skills, training or experience in that area. In other words, we're talking about life safety here. You have to know all the rules, and there's various areas of legislation, the Australian standards, National Construction Code, the Queensland legislation. All of these come into location and the way things are done. You really need to know that it's done properly. Of course, if they're hardwired alarms, you're going to need an electrician, and every single one of our blokes is an electrician, so we can do all of that. If there is a hardwired alarm there, you have to replace it with a hardwired alarm, so you don't have that option to just go fully wireless. The other thing I wanted to cover off on was anti-tamper. There is one of the brands that we use, the Cavius brand, have an anti-tamper device, so that if you're in a place that you do not want them to take the alarms down, you don't want them to have that capability, this thing clicks in and has a release button that you need a tool to get it down. So it's a very handy thing if you know that it's going to be an issue with taking things down. Then there's this new change to the Australian wiring rules. This comes into effect from 1st of November 2021. So any upgrades done until then don't have to meet this requirement. After that though, now smoke alarms in the wiring rules are considered to be a lighting point. And what that means is they have to be protected by a safety switch. So if you have existing hardwired alarms and they're wired and they don't have a safety switch on them, they have to have one put on. So keep that in mind. I think you should go ahead before the 1st of November. Who wants to wait till the last minute and get caught up in the rush? Make sure after that date you make sure that there is a safety switch on the supply line for those smoke alarms. It's a big catch and it's a big change. Anyone that's not in the know wouldn't have even heard about it as yet. I hope this 10-part series has really helped you, and if you ever have any questions, we'd love to help. We're all about saving lives in homes, so we'll do whatever it takes to make sure that sleeping occupants are safe in their home. Thanks for listening.